You get lost in your imperfections. You get lost in the things you want. But if you slow down for just 1 second, you might feel way better than you thought. And if you took a second to breathe, took a minute to cry, or maybe you would see that all this time I've been right here. Baby, I know it, life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Maybe we could go and find a view if we need some entertainment. But we don't have to hurry, cause our conversation's always entertaining. And if you just want me to listen, I can do that too. Because all that I can do for you, I'll do. Oh yeah, baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now.
What is happening?
Good evening. Welcome.
Welcome to the sTEaD TALKS Livestream, the live stream where we talk off-grid living and homesteading. And if that sounds better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, then you've found the right place.
Oh, how's it going, guys?
Yeah. So I wanted to write out in the comments what the goal for tonight is we hope you're having a great night already. But we hope that we can make it either a little bit better or leave you with a distinct meh feeling after we're done. And if we can do that, then I think mission accomplished.
Definitely.
Definitely mission accomplished.
Gold star.
Gold star for us. We'll put it up on the board. You know. Let's see who we got in here so far. We got Almost Homesteading. Helloing away.
What's up? Almost Homesteading.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yo.
We got James Meyer. Helloing.
What's up, James?
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. First of Feathers mini farm, meh, is kind of where I'm at right now.
So
Hey.
we know we're not going to make it worse.
Yeah. Well, the night is young.
Well, that's true. I cannot guarantee that statement, but probably, maybe.
And thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. Danita
Good
Lechner,
evening.
what's happening?
Who reminded us
Yeah, I know.
today is Wednesday.
You reminded us because I had totally spaced it. I was going to make pizza. I got dough in there, doubling in size. By the time we're done, it might be quadrupled in size.
Ooh.
We'll see. Or it won't grow at all because I was in a hurry.
Yeah.
I was going to make pizza tonight, but
Yeah,
we'll
we
see.
had a busy day, which we'll tell you about in a little bit.
Yeah, super busy.
Yeah.
Hi, Cowboy, what's happening? Thank you for
Hello.
coming to our sTEaD Talk. And Danita, thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yes. And howdy back.
Yeah. Almost Homesteading says, nice hats.
Oh.
You know, Carrie gave me a little trim up this week. You know, I'm going to show you. I got hat hair, but like, look at the sides. I mean,
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Got the,
Not terrible.
yeah. This isn't like sticking out anymore, tickling her while she's sitting next to me.
Wow.
Very nice. I think it may have been self-serving, but it's okay. I'll take it. I look forward to the hat fashion show each week. Yeah, you know, it's the accessories that make the man. And the woman.
Toads.
Yep. That man had a pretty happy tone. I think the happiness of the tone of the meh is in the eye of the beholder. Let me tell you. I've been watching this show with all of my free time that I have. What's it called? Tacoma FD. It's all the guys from Super Troopers. It made like a fire department show, and the guy, one of the guys, he like talks like this, and he Cobra, right? And so he'll be like, put my food in the oven, like that. And I don't know why I've picked up the tick.
That's funny. Oh, why, thank you.
Right? It was
Almost
impressive.
homesteading. Thanks.
It's very impressive.
I'm pretty proud of it. With every haircut, I get a little bit better.
Yeah,
So.
she does. She does.
Really
Practice
enjoy
makes
it.
better.
I really enjoy it. It's
Danita
very-
asks, are you using outside oven for pizza? Not tonight, just because it takes so long and we were so busy. But I do want to try something. I want to try taking the fire bricks from inside the oven outside, putting them on top of the wood stove, letting them heat up, and then I have this big metal stock pot, because I'm a trier of things, that will fit over those. Right? It's basically an oven.
Yeah.
It's essentially an oven. So we'll see how it works.
Fun. See, that's what I mean when I say you're the creative one in the kitchen. Because I want to like get it nailed down and be like, I know how to do it, check, and then I basically just don't ever think about it. I'm just like, yep. So I can like envision all my, projects and stuff. All my hands do stuff.
It was very good. That's the way to do it. Probably keep you sane a lot longer than me. Oh, this is Ray. I changed my name on this app like I changed my socks. Okay.
Right on.
Well, welcome. First to Feathers Mini Farm. Like the live peps. We try and elevate the old emotional state.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys hanging out with us does that for us, though.
Yeah.
Win-win.
It is.
Yeah.
Because literally 2 minutes before, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this tonight. I'm so tired and busy and everything. And as soon as I get on here and talk to some of you guys, I'm just like, this is great.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Oh my god.
Danita can tell that I got a trim even with your hat on. Carrie did a great job.
Thanks, Danita.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think she did too.
That
So
was
I have
nice.
this thing. Have you guys ever seen the movie Something About Mary? The guy in there with the headphones and he can't touch his ears because you know, that Have You Seen My Baseball Guy from that movie? My ears are the same way. I don't like things touching them, and when my hair like does this like full loop, and then the ends of it will like tickle me right there, it drives me crazy. I'm more inclined to violence. Like I pick fights with people for no reason, and that's why.
You raise your voice a lot.
And I raise my voice, and I talk like I'm yelling.
He doesn't actually.
Oh. Yeah, I misunderstood that completely. First Feathers Mini Farm. No, tell everyone to like the live. I love that you guys remind me to do that, because I just never even think about it. I never even think about it.
Not even on our other ones.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's weird. Today on our live over there on the Clock app, we had 42,000 viewers. 42,000 over the course of the 2 hours that we were on, or hour and a half. And I don't think I mentioned it not once.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I just I don't.
I just always forget. I don't like asking people for things. You know what I mean? It's not really in my nature.
If they like it, they're gonna like it.
Yeah.
You know.
So long as they know how to. So if you don't know how, you just click that little like button, that little thumbs up, and it lets YouTube know that we're just not some like dog and pony show jumping on here, right? And that we actually are like talking about something that keeps you guys like interested. And if at any point at the beginning here we don't, let me know, and we'll start talking about freeze-dried Skittles. Gets them every time. This is a great question, Ray. I think I'm having trouble with my solar panel. Can you tie the turbine wire into the solar charge controller at the same time? No, you cannot, because your wind turbine is making AC power. It's an alternating, because it's spinning, right? So things that spin make alternating current, and so it has to go into a rectifier first, then a charge controller, and then only if it's the right amperage and voltage for the thing. Usually the wind turbines will come with a rectifier box, and then that goes directly to your batteries. And you can have multiple charge controllers going to your battery all at the same time, but you can't run the AC power that comes directly out of your wind turbine into your DC charge controller. Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. See, I'm very grateful.
Good.
I always thank people for things, and then on the other app they send, like gifts that put a cowboy hat with a mustache on it, or like, money guns or paper cranes and all that stuff. I always thank them for those sorts of things, but I always forget.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to ask them to do those things.
That's a good way to do that, though. I'm gonna totally do that.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Doris in Hilson is here.
Hey, Doris.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. And you're not so late. You're only a couple minutes. We're super good.
Mm-hmm.
We're still babbling on, getting saying hello to people.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds complicated. I think I'll leave things like this to James so I don't blow them up. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's actually it's something that I ran into in the past. Actually, I did take out of the rectifier the DC power that was coming out of it, and then went into a charge controller, so it was like double DC charging, but it didn't work. So I think it was the wrong voltages going in at the same time.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you just you hook them up directly to your batteries.
Huh.
After that. Yeah, no problem. I have made every single mistake there is in this particular world. So chances are I either gave up on it and I'll tell you it's a bad idea, or I will have solved the problem. You never know. You never know. So, what did we do today, Love?
Well, we started the day off with a nice drink of coffee. Then we took a trip to the dump.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, one of the biggest issues about living on a homestead is what do you do with your garbage? And I'm like pretty crafty, right? And so like the kid says, hey, I want this toy, and I'm like, well, that sort of resembles like the milk carton, and so I can probably with some Sharpies draw it on, and then here's that toy but made out of a milk carton. And they're like, thanks, Dad.
Especially the older ones.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with most of your trash. For example, we get a lot of cardboard from like boxes and stuff from things that people send us or order or whatever. You can grind that cardboard up, add some borax. Now you've got cellulose insulation, and it won't burn, right? It's got the same fire rating as any of the other cellulose because that's basically all it is. Cardboard taken care of. Paper, got to start the wood stove. Paper goes in the wood stove to start that. But the plastic is like a big issue, right? And some of it you can recycle, but you still have to take it somewhere, you know? So I was thinking, I've seen some videos where people take like drink bottles and that kind of stuff, and they make a little machine that will like turn it into plastic filament that can then be used in a 3D printer, which I can then use to make stuff. Like when the kids ask for a toy, I can make it for them with the 3D printer, you know, made out of the garbage that we were going to take to the dump, but we didn't have to.
That's pretty awesome.
Because so I think I'd like to do that. I think
Yeah,
that's
that would be
something that
great.
should work for us.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hate going to the dump because I look at all the stuff that we had to consume to generate all of this garbage,
Yeah.
right?
Pay for it coming in, pay for it going out.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad, but
Yeah.
it's still
It's like eating really hot Mexican food. You pay for it going in, you pay for it going out. That's just a fact of life.
And you're all happier hearing that. Yeah. And then after the dump, we did a more exciting thing.
Yeah.
Depending on your, depending.
I mean, it's exciting
It's
for
exciting
us,
for
but
us.
you're gonna get to know something about us and what's exciting to us right now.
Yeah. So, should I give them a little backstory on it?
Backstory it up.
Okay, here we go. So, I'm in a gardening group, a Facebook gardening group for the local area because our climate is so different from other places. But I was like, hey, does anyone know where I could find compost in the area? And this lady responds, she's like, oh, I have mountains of aged horse manure that you are welcome to. And I was like, really? So, guess what we did after the dump? Trailers hooked up, took that, emptied it. So we loaded up a bunch of that gold, brown gold.
Now I'm not gonna.
Shiitake.
I'm not gonna say Carrie's a cheap date,
Totally a cheap date.
but
Totally.
I could go so far as to say that we rekindled our love today over a large mound of horse manure.
Especially when I was throwing it in and you're like, ugh. Oh,
I was
think
like,
got a
okay,
mouthful.
okay,
The
just
way you
like
started kicking up.
put it over the thing and turn your shovel. It'll just don't like fling it up in the air, okay?
And I'm like, I was like 4 feet away. I'm like, I have to walk like 12 steps and be all like, I
Yeah.
need the momentum for my little self.
Yeah.
And then we brought it home and loaded it into one of the beds that was already had like the garden cloth on it and was had the rocks put down.
Yeah. And we're mixing it like 3.5 to 1 with our volcanic ash that we have out here, so it's not just straight
Yeah.
horse manure, but it is like beautiful soil. We got about like 1.5 yards of horse manure on the trailer, and we were able to make which we will be able to make about 6 yards of between 5 and 6 yards of soil for the deal, and we can go back and fill it up as many times as we want, which I'm super excited about.
I'm so excited. So we're gonna make another bed tomorrow, and maybe even both of them.
So when we said we had a lot of fun after going to the dump, you never know what you're gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it was a good workout. So I am definitely exhausted.
Yeah.
Heaving bags and then shoveling.
Yeah. They're like working it. We're working it.
Yeah.
I have dough also, that pizza dough that is in there doubling, maybe tripling, or even quadrupling, or not doing anything in size. And I think I'm gonna make I'm gonna make us some pizzas after this. It's gonna be wunderbar.
Yeah.
Danita, I understand. I wish people would stop trolling your clock app. It's irritating, but they do it on a lot of other people's too. And politics about government, okay, but not election stuff. Government's all messed up. I agree with you.
That's what I love about here.
Yeah.
Is it's not.
Nobody's gonna come on here and troll us.
Look at
We're
my
just
private video.
Yeah, we're chit chatting, and I enjoy the chit chat.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yep.
You guessed it. We
Yes.
did gardening stuff.
Yes.
Did you conquer the world today? I couldn't find a pair of rubber pants at this time of day, Brain.
I feel like we did. The part of the world that had some nice, luscious horse dookie.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
Yep.
Are you our new rulers? So I was telling people on the clock app on one of our lives the other day that somebody said, like, you should run for president, and I was like, nah, and once civilization collapses and everything else, like, I'm not gonna say that I might be like a king, but like a duke, right? Like a kick-ass duke. I don't see any reason why that couldn't happen.
A duke.
A duke.
But 100% a jester.
Yeah, definitely a jester. Yeah, cardboard is helpful in the garden. Use it to keep weeds down.
Yeah, we did that with all of the beds that are in there now. And then we were using the cardboard for like fire starting in the wood stove, and my daughter loves doing art projects with it. So I found that garden cloth on sale for like $3.50 per thing. We don't have like a huge weed problem, so
yeah, we have a
it's a good
huge
start.
Stuff doesn't want to grow problem.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
I didn't
easy
have
to
to
keep
do
those
any
down.
weeding at all on like last.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Whoa, that is really cool. At James Myers and I will be watching attentively to see how this works. I think it's going to be awesome. I actually have like a little CNC, like a little tiny CNC engraver, right? Which all I need is a piece of extruded metal, and then I can increase the Z-axis, right, the up and down axis of it, and it's basically a 3D printer. Once I put a 3D printer head on it, and I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be the best 3D printer head that's ever been. Like, I wouldn't tell you that, but if I just take like a soldering iron, and cut the tip off of it and drill a hole in it and then run the plastic into it, there's no reason why it couldn't be top 3, maybe top 4.
Very interesting.
Ray like that.
That was on the.
You pay for it going in? Yep, like habanero hot sauce. That is exactly right.
Oh.
Yeah, from one dump to another. I like it. You guys are coming with the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, don't you get stuff from the dump? We're not supposed to, but they let my son do it. He has gotten really useful things. So I was looking around at the dump. The weather was kind of crappy today, and there was like nobody there. The whole time we were there was only like 2 or 3 other cars that came through.
Yeah, it was sprinkling.
And I kind of like it that way. But I was looking at their electronics. Did you know that a solar panel, like the little cells inside of a solar panel, they're made of silica, right? But what makes them special is they have wires that are grown into the ingot. And the way solar panels are made is they grow a silica crystal inside of a mold, and then they use a saw and chop them up real thin. But when they grow, every time that because crystals grow, right? You guys know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. They grow up, and another layer is put down of all of the metal mesh that's inside that the electricity actually conducts on, right? And so then they take this ingot and they cut it all up, and the flat pieces become solar cells, and the dust that comes from cutting it, they mix it with an epoxy, and they make another kind of solar panel called an amorphous solar panel, right? And sometimes they even take that epoxy and put it in flat molds and just make more of the crystalline structures, right? So did you know that an LED television, the backlighting screen, is one piece of silica that has a bunch of wires going through it to conduct electricity to the different colored LEDs? Did you know that?
I did not know.
You can take that, cut it up into squares, and make your own solar panels. Post-apocalypse skill for the win.
Wow.
So,
That's cool.
you know, they say in the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
Ah.
I know how to take LED TVs and turn them into solar panels, people. We're gonna be okay. Let's see. Repurposing is the best. Hi, Lila. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Hello.
Great to put that manure in your garden during winter. Exactly.
Yep.
That was exactly right.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Nice. Almost Homesteading says, I just want to be crazy herb woman living in the woods and making potions. That is my role once civilization falls. I just need a cool dress and some vials. Heck yeah.
That's awesome. I'm like learning so much that I don't know about herbs right now. It's exciting.
Yep. Let's see. Doris says, here we just touch base with our lives. Right? No trolls wants to come in here. This family would attack them so bad they would run so fast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we have so many people that do that in the other one. There's so many more people that the percentage of trolls, you know, I don't know. And sometimes I'll engage with them because I just like to.
If he's feeling spicy.
Yeah, I got a sharp tongue, right? And so sometimes I'll say things and it'll be hilarious, and then you never see another comment from that guy. Right? Because it's all it is silica. You know, it was funny, like I was in an argument with somebody on one of the comments in our post, and they went, do you even know how solar panels are made, bro? Right? And I was like, no, tell me. Well, I mean, it's like, yes, I know intimately. In fact, I used to work in a silica clean room. Go on.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Look at this kid. He's got all the personality.
I want cheese.
You want cheese?
Did somebody get cheese out?
I want cheese.
I bet you Brooklyn also wants cheese. Will you ask her to cut some?
Sometimes it is, especially when
And then I want
like I don't do the get caught off guard
One of
thing,
your sisters.
you know? Like I know it's coming, so I just expect it, and I go like, oh, that's one I want to engage with,
Deeply irritating.
and then it's just hilarious. So now that we've got an entire trailer full of horse manure,
I'm so excited.
what are we doing next with it?
We're
We're gonna
going.
make it into little balls.
Well, obviously, yeah. We're gonna have a horse manure ball fight.
Ooh, I wonder if we can make the little start things. You know what I'm talking about? Like if I made if I made a mold that had square, square bits here, like you could put a bunch of the horse manure in, and then you put the seeds in, and then you like push the thing down, and it pushes the squares down, and then you end up with the little starting squares.
Oh, interesting.
Does that make sense?
Um,
It's okay. I have a
yeah,
picture of it in
yeah.
my head,
Yeah, well, yeah.
and I'm going to do that for you, because I'm going to find as many uses for horse manure as there is.
See, I'm so excited that while not seeing how much is actually going to fill the beds, which probably is going to be all of it, I'm like, we're going to need a second. We're going to need a second trailer. We're just going to need a second trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, so we'll line the cloth down and then get the other beds laid out with rocks. It's
Yeah.
already like measured
We'll probably
out,
have
basically.
enough to finish the terrace
That would
one
be ideal.
as well.
Yeah, because we want to expand into the terrace and put, want to do corn and asparagus. Like
We'll
pretty
have
much-
plants on the
I wanna do-
lanai.
I want to do a bunch of perennials on the terrace. I mean, I know corn is not, but it's a great spot right there for it. So
Yeah.
like the outer edges of it.
It's going to be good. Here's an idea that could revolutionize everything. Almost Homesteading suggests horse poop skincare products.
Look! All we gotta do is add a little lavender to it.
I bet I
Boom.
could sell it to Hollywood. Hollywood would be all about it.
It's all organic.
This is very organic. Ooh, this is a great question, and I'd like everyone in the chat's input on this. So let us know, please. Ray would like to know, does Carrie still play the guitar, and can we get her to sing us a song?
Ray, I do. I will always play guitar. But yeah, what would you have to do for me to sing a song? I need to warm up.
We've
a
got
little
cognac.
bit. I mean, that would help. Yeah, maybe.
I'll work on
I
it,
don't know.
Ray. I'll work on it.
I don't know. I mean, I have a song I could do in mind, just a very short verse. But I've been out in the cold, so my voice is quite hoarse.
Don't let her give you any excuses.
Did you get it? Did you get it, though?
Yeah, the voice is quite hoarse. Like from the Dookie.
It was funny.
It was super funny.
Laugh.
It was super funny, but like,
No, that-
I want to get you to sing on one of these live streams. America will fall in love with you.
Well, I know you did.
Yeah,
That's all I
I
need.
did. I remember sitting in a hamburger store that was around the corner from somewhere we were. And yes, hamburger stores are a thing. No, this was a restaurant that served mainly hamburgers. I was at the hamburger store, and I sat in a booth and listened without her knowing. There was a piano in the hamburger store, and Carrie would sit there and play piano and sing songs and all of this jazz, and I would like sneak in there and sit back and listen to her play music at the hamburger store.
I did know of one or two times you were there.
It was every time.
Oh.
Every time I saw you move from where you were, I was like, oh, she must be going to the hamburger store to play piano.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good fun.
It was good fun.
Good fun.
That was
They had a
that was
piano.
back before we were married.
And they let me play it,
Yeah.
so I was like, yes,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now here's let's get to the nitty gritty here. James Myers would like to know. So how goes the mint goat debate?
I like this question, James.
Yeah.
This is a good question.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, with all of the many
Salt in the
many
wound.
things that I want to try to grow from seed, which is scary, but I think I'm gonna go with some lemon balm.
Lemon balm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a kind of mint, right?
Well, see, it's in the mint family, but it's not like mint.
It's lemony,
Yeah.
but mint.
And you can do things with it, and it's a perennial, and it will grow here and can be in the ground over winter.
Awesome.
It's pretty. And I can do lots of stuff with it, none of which I know how to, but we'll learn.
Yeah, so to answer your question, James, we didn't do a lot of discussing on the subject because I know what the end result of that discussion is going to be. You know what the end result of that discussion is going to be. She's going to do one of these, like that, and she's going to be like, please, can I?
But you
like
know,
that. And I'm going to be like, I'm not the boss of you. You're your own woman. You do whatever you want. Just keep in mind how I feel about it, right? And then she'll be like, okay. And then within a year, there's going to be mint all over the place. It's going to take over. It'll be out there every night at like 6:30 going, feed me, like that. I know how this movie ends.
It's too funny. No, see, I'm taking into account how you feel about it. And deciding I'll make my own choice and I will consider your feelings.
Hey,
and therefore I'll get lemon balm.
what more can a modern man
Also,
ask of
if
his
I
wife?
really do want mint, because we're expanding the garden into all sorts of other places, so I'm taking your experience also into account, then I will put it in a pot inside. If I come across like a start that I'm like, oh, this smells so good, I need to have this in my house, I'll start there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate all of the consideration that you have given to my feelings on this subject.
I can tell.
Let's move on. Almost homesteading. I think that would not work if you smashed it because it needs air in there to make it easy for roots to grow. You sometimes use worms to aerate the soil. Yeah.
You're thinking this, like doing
Yeah,
it
for the little
small
square
scale?
thingies. Yeah, but they're just to germinate, and then when you go and or they're just to like sprout, and then when you go and you actually plant the starts, you kind of break up the stuff. It's sort of like the same way that you buy like a 6-pack of a plant.
Right.
I don't know. It probably won't work, but I like to try stuff.
Well, and it'll expand once it's hydrated because it, would need to.
Oh, did you get my response? I responded to you. I sent you my address and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
I'm all about
Yeah.
getting the chicory
love
in
that.
because then I can be almost coffee independent. See how I'm doing that? That's from Tacoma FD. Cobra.
That's funny.
See, I picked up the tick. I don't know what happened. But yeah, absolutely. Maybe I didn't press send. That is like one of my things that I'm terrible at. I will write out messages or emails and I'll forget to press send. So my draft folder in my emails and messages is just like full of stuff. And I'm like, well, did I send it or not? And then I think to myself, it's in the draft folder, so I must not have. And then half the time I send it and they're like, no, I think you sent that already, but you started it in a different email. So people will literally buy crap if you add lavender. That's what I'm talking about.
I found out that lavender is antimicrobial.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mm.
I'm sure everybody in here knows that, but also now I know that. And in case you didn't,
Now you
in
do.
fact,
And the more you know. Do.
I do not like the scent of like lavender added into something. I can't.
I'm not a huge fan of it. It's usually overwhelming.
As
But
a fresh plant, it's nice.
I like fresh lavender stalks
Right.
in lemonade.
Yeah.
Is like one of the best things on a hot day you'll ever have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
I still think the boys need to have worm beds, and you could use the waste in the garden, and the boys could sell the worms. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
do worm
I wanna do
casting.
that.
We actually did a really small scale one, but it was before we had stuff set up, and this leads me to another point I'd like to make. But it was before we had everything set up and had the ability to really take care of them and everything. But the amount of worm castings that we started with like 50 worms. We just went and bought bait, night crawlers from the bait store, which is right next to the hamburger store. And the amount of worm castings was like fantastic, and that's like the most nutrient dense fertilizer that you can have. So, but that brings me to this point that I made earlier, which is the quickest way to fail at a homestead is to get animals before you're ready for them. And the worms, we were not ready for.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, worms. Here, I'm going to dump out some almonds for the homies. Look at this. I like encouragement. Do it!
Do it!
Oh, we must be behind.
We're super
Ha
behind.
ha ha. Horse.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just like to stir the pot and lick the spoon. Well, you done good, bud. You done good.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Lemon balm is great. It is definitely invasive enough that it should survive.
I think she meant it's not very invasive and will survive.
You know what? I'm over it. This isn't the type of thing that I'm going to get my way on. This isn't it. I know when to choose my battles, but I'll drag it on and I'll make it uncomfortable enough for you to give it a second thought, and then you do it anyway. We've been together for a long time. Like, I know you know how to get what you want from me. I know you know that. But I've learned a couple of things over the years too. See, if I give in too easily, if I give in too easily on things like this, do you see what happens? Do you see what happens, right? And when it's something that I really want, then I've already built up, like, I let you know how like upsetting it is for me. But then I'm like, just go do it. If that's what you want to do, you do it, right? But then when I want something and you're like, that's very upsetting to me, I'd be like, yeah, totally. I completely understand. It's not like it's invasive or anything like that. And she'll think, mint. All right, I better give him his way. See?
Interesting.
It's not that it's a manipulation as much as it is a keeping a tally so that I might get my way once or twice in the future.
You know what? Here's what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to just put those things into writing next time and send them to me.
I will. I'll do that.
But forget to hit the send button.
That's awesome. That's good. I like it. See what happens when you're vulnerable and you let people know what your weakness is? They just jump all over it.
No, it's mine.
Happy wife, happy life. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. That is true. And hello, gardening warrior.
Yeah, what's up?
Welcome to our sTEaD Talk.
Welcome. Nice to have you. That was funny.
I went into your spam folder. I was replying to your message. What the heck? Golly. I've gotta do
weird.
something about that, because I send out a lot of emails and I get very few responses, but I always assume it's because I didn't press send. All right. All right, let's see what Danita says. I raised lemon balm. I had a whole herb garden. I love different kinds of rocks and put them around in it. Looked beautiful.
Cool.
That is awesome. We have a nice collection of rocks. Again, I'm not going to say Carrie is a cheap date, but if you go somewhere where there's some nice rocks, she's happy.
I'm totally,
I like rocks.
I'm totally a cheap date. I
Yeah.
pride myself on that, and I don't even have to try.
I know. I love it.
Like, ooh,
I love it.
what's
'Cause
that plant on the side of the road?
Because I'm a cheap husband.
Such a great pair.
Mm-hmm. I know that about lavender, and honey is good for wounds. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the other thing we've been talking about. So I have a little dilemma that maybe I could talk through with you guys. You know those, we would like to have bees, right? And have our own honey and all that stuff, because we are planting all of these flowers along with the garden this year so that we have, something for the pollinators to draw in the pollinators. So I've always wanted one of those flow hive beehives, right? The ones where you just like turn the little crank and this is the individual honeycomb cell, and it goes nyeh, like that, and then all the honey drains out of the bottom of it, and so you then just put a jar under it, and the honey comes out, and that's it. You don't have to take the things out of it or anything else like that. Well, those are really expensive. They're like $1,000, $1,500. But I found a cheap knockoff version on Amazon that's only $150. And I don't know how I feel about buying it. Would we be bee slumlords? You know what I mean?
Would we be bee slumlords if we bought the cheaper one?
Yeah.
No, we would be saviors.
Would we?
Yeah, because
I just needed you to justify this for me.
wherever they are, they'll be happier with us. And there'll be so many flowers. And I saw 2 bees.
Only 2.
Only 2 honeybees.
Count them 2.
This last year.
It's not enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
They hardly pollinated anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the time they got to my tomatoes, which is where I saw them,
They were at the end of their
it
life.
was the end of the season.
Yeah.
So they didn't even get the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can only hand pollinate so much, especially when it comes to tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Cucumbers, I'm pretty sure did pretty terrible because of them.
Yeah.
They were teeny tiny little flowers, which I'm not sure if that's normal either. But aside from like ripping one off and tearing it apart to pollinate, which maybe I should have done, I couldn't get anything in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was small enough. Pumpkins. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Should I buy the cheap beehive, and then I can get a queen that comes with like a few of the bees and everything? They're like $30 for a mixture of like 10 different like types of bees. So you have like basically the ones that pollinate at the beginning of the season and the end of the season, and then all the way through the season. So it makes it a really long. I've been doing a lot of bee research.
That's cool.
I've been doing bee search.
That's awesome.
Yeah, invasive here equals barely able to survive there. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about spam makes me hungry. You know what? I actually miss a dish that my aunt used to make, which was spam breakfast burritos. They were amazing, and like it was all the like cheapest, worst ingredients. Right? It was like canned potatoes that she could just throw in the pan real quick. Spam, like a little bit of some kind of a grated cheese that comes grated. And I think the thing that I liked the most about it was that she would put butter on the tortilla. So she'd cook it, and then when it was hot, put fresh butter on it. Spam, potatoes, cheese, eggs. That was the other thing. Eggs. And you had a spam breakfast burrito in like 5 minutes.
Wow. In the span of 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In the spam of 5 minutes. I just got that. I didn't hear it because it was so close. Very good.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
That is
I like your sense of humor,
Sorry.
and that's what I appreciate about you.
Can't help myself. Sorry.
You're supposed to say, "That's what you appreciate about me."
That's what he said.
Gardening warrior, it's like tapping a maple tree, tapping the honeybees. Exactly, right? I think it's such a great idea. And did you like my little, if you see them, they're called flow hive. This is the honeycomb. And then when you turn the little crank, it goes like this. So the honey can just go down the little S.
And did you find out about the bee larva?
I did. I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then the next
You mean the bee larva that they put in the things?
Right.
I don't. I haven't
Okay.
looked into that
Okay.
yet. No, I need to do that though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Danita says, we traveled all over the western U.S. and we collected rocks from everywhere, all loaded in our 95 Pontiac Firebird. Really loaded it down. What the government doesn't know won't hurt them. Yeah. We may or may not,
And probably
once a
not.
year, go to a place called Glass Mountain, where we may or may not have quite the collection of obsidian
But
from.
probably we don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny
You know,
that such obsidian may or may not exist within the vicinity of our residence.
cool place.
Yeah, it's really awesome actually because it is a mountain made of obsidian, and it's just like it's one of the most intense things I've ever seen. And man, you don't want to trip and fall there because it's like it looks
Sharp
like somebody.
edges everywhere.
It looks like nature was flint napping everywhere.
And on large scale and
Yeah.
small scale.
Like nature was, though.
Yeah.
Not just some flint napper.
Yep. I love getting little pebbles too. Or like just cool rocks. I love the cool ones. So do the kids. He loves it. Really loves it.
I love it. I love it. Alaska, the last frontier, raised bees in Homer. Awesome.
Cool.
That's very cool.
Sweet.
Spam. Elizabeth,
Hey, Elizabeth.
you didn't.
I don't think you missed
You didn't
much.
miss much, except for we already worked through our whole mint thing for this week. So, and now we've talked about bees and horse manure.
Yeah.
All the normal stuff.
They were earlier, so you know what we did today. But to add on to that, I did a little research about mint and animals, and it's perfectly fine if they eat them, and dogs, rabbits, goats.
All things that we have.
Anyway, yeah.
Way to research that.
Yep, I was on it.
Good
I was
job.
on it. Yeah.
I love you, love. Moving on, Gardening Warrior says, I appreciated the educational visual as well, right?
Yeah.
I don't know any better way to do that.
I did very much, and yeah.
Oh, that's right, too. Also, I spread some knowledge about turning LED televisions into solar panels, which nobody knows how to do, but I do. So when the world ends, I'm gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. All of us here that listen to that knowledge being dropped, we're gonna be all right.
Yes.
Yes, James and I are wanting to learn flint napping. We just need flint. Yeah, well, you can start with the bottoms of. I messed around a little bit with it, but my youngest brother was actually a really good flint napper for a while. But we all we collect skills like playing cards, and but you can actually start with the bottoms of bottles. So like the flat part of a glass bottle, you can flint nap that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, or like glass plates. Like when you get a glass plate from like a thrift store or something like that, you can flint nap those.
Wow.
Yep.
Cool.
Almost home saying, oh, did you guys get any of that polar vortex thing? Yes, we did. We got about a foot of snow, and then it started raining, but it was below freezing, which doesn't make any sense. And then the rain didn't melt away the snow. And then all of a sudden in a day, like overnight, it was gone. And we rarely get a foot of snow.
Or rain while there's snow on the ground.
Yeah.
But it's because, from the subtropics, there was some warmer air that came through, melted it as it was coming down, and boom, hit us as rain.
Carrie has been following a new meteorologist who specifically does our area, which is the strangest thing because
it's a tippy top,
Yeah. But so she's a wealth of knowledge in the meteorologist thing, and I would be willing to bet that her predictions of what's going to happen probably 5 to 10% more effective than the average meteorologist.
Wow. I can pass information along, I heard so well.
Duplicate, pass it along. Yeah, birds and bees. Yeah, we've talked about a lot actually. I think. Let's see. What is that? Is it black, shiny, like chipped looking? Yeah. So flint knapping is like if you've seen people make arrows or arrowheads, knives, axes, all of that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, Carrie will give you an example here in just a minute. Every time the wind blows out here, it blows a layer of the sand from here to here, and we find new arrowheads, little artifacts, that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool, actually. Elizabeth, yes, I'm still in the mint-free zone. I've agreed to lemon balm, and I will keep that tallied on my little list, and when I want something that she doesn't want, I'm going to call in that favor. Nice. Yeah, me too. If I can see somebody do something or see a picture of something that somebody is describing, I'll remember it forever. Tell me, because I have a bunch of them. Let's see. Mint-free zone. I don't remember. I don't remember what that was about. Like a bunch of what, Elizabeth? Carrie should write a song and have her sing it at the beginning of the live stream. I like that idea too. I think that would be amazing. Did you find it?
Yeah, so these are good. So this one is like, kind of half there. But we found these flinted like this here on our property.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can hold it in a way that...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. You see though, that's a nice little arrowhead. So that was the product of flint knapping.
Yeah, I mean, and we have,
Yeah, a jar of them.
Yeah, some actual like bigger chunks, but I knew right where these were. Didn't have to go outside to get them. But yeah, super cool. I'm gonna go put them back though.
Yeah. Gardening Warrior says flint knapping sounds like you taking the flint against its will.
That or it was really tired.
Yeah. There's all kinds of really... Yeah. There's all kinds of really cool tools that go into it, and they're made out of antler and, different size stones of different hardness to, like, get a big sheet of glass to come off, or, like, a little tiny piece. Copper tools as well. So things that Native Americans could actually find around. Oh, that gives me a great excuse to go to the local tienda and buy a cool Mexican soda pop in a glass bottle, right? Oh. Yeah, or wine bottle works too, if it doesn't have like the thing, if it's just flat bottomed. Flat bottom wine bottle. Sorry.
That's funny.
Let's see. So, weather satellites and climate control. I like Ryan Hall. Nice. I don't know who Ryan Hall is.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like see the satellite and the radar imaging and the wind chart,
yeah,
precipitation chart.
This is an important question. Can you read it out loud, please, Liv?
Actually, birds and bees. So, I've been cleaning and organizing the storage again.
I may have put a box on a top shelf.
It's important to keep things organized. I love organization.
I may have wrapped some glasses in newspaper and put them in a box. Put them on the top shelf.
It's funny. Had to,
Once or twice?
Yep. That's funny.
Let's see. What's happening here? Closer. He's closer, bud. Like this. Anytime you say closer, you gotta do like this with your pinky and your index finger, like that, and then go, oh yeah, like that. That's when you say closer.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm. Almost Homesteading also votes for Carrie writing and singing a theme song too.
Oh, wait, did I miss a
Yeah,
first one?
we've started to formulate the thing that I'm gonna use the mint thing against you on, and you're gonna write a song and perform it as the opening for the sTEaD Talks live stream.
Oh, it's gonna be a mint debate song.
No, it won't be anything about that. I'm just gonna use that as my calling in. Like, well, I let you put lemon balm out here, so.
All right,
Yeah.
game on.
So
I may or may not elicit the help of Chat GPT because that will be pretty funny.
yeah, that would be pretty funny. They'll be like, Mr. Fuzzy the cat will be in the song, and like all kinds of
Using
other
a soap
stuff.
that's gentle enough on his.
It won't have
paws.
thumbs for some reason. I don't know. So yeah. Oh, also, did we tell you we really want to do a podcast?
Oh yeah.
Like where it's her and I, like recorded, her and I bantering over things, you know, but also like one of the segments we were talking about doing in the podcast would be where we take like some of the most horrifying comments that we get and then making them funny. Like maybe like we sing them back to the, you know, like we like read them in the style of Tom Jones' Pussycat, right? You're delusional. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Great.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It sounds like something you should definitely do.
That'd be good. I may have put a bit too much slap your mama in my lamb and broccoli. Hey, we all go through that. Yeah, they can be very sharp. I've seen people make really good knives out of them actually, and you can make little like axes, and you can, if you have the right hardness of stones, you can even flint knap stone and make like stone axes and that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a good end of the world or beginning of the world skill to have, you know. It kind of works as an alpha skill or an omega skill. That's how we should classify things. Like there's skills that we need for the end, and then when we're instrumental in rebuilding, so there'd be the omega, but then the rebuilding, those would be the alpha skills.
Right.
So
right. Good one. Good call.
Nice. You have some of that. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's neat stuff. We've got like Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ryan Hall is the tornado chaser guy. The guy with the like car that has the like spikes that go into the ground so it won't get blown away.
If that's the guy, I've seen some of those. Those are pretty cool.
Woo! Organization! They'll put it on the top shelf. You know, I'm a firm believer that production is the basis of morale. And we were very productive today. I got to tell you, this time of year always kind of, it's hit or miss on my mood. Because I don't feel super productive through this time of year. But today, we got some stuff done.
Yep. That, or we're just borderline delirious because we are pretty, because we did a lot. Probably what he said, though.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. I meant so I could see it. Oh, hold it back up again? Oh, she actually just put it away because they're very fragile. So
I'm afraid if I stick it here, one of the children or me is going to
I'll use it to pick my teeth or something and break the tip off of it.
No, yeah.
Or I'll put my coffee down on it, and it will be re-flint now. Do y'all think Gorilla Glue will be ruined if it's been outside in the heat and cold for like a year and a half? If it's still liquid, it's still good. Let me tell you a little something about Gorilla Glue that most people don't really take into account until after they've made the mistake. Is Gorilla Glue foams, but it foams a lot with moisture. So if you like get it wet and you need to fill an area, it'll like foam up a lot. So now you know.
Yep. That is a very good thing to know because I did not and let one of my children use it for her art.
And where was the strangest place that we found Gorilla Glue that had foamed up?
Aside from the kitchen table where it
Aside from the
forever,
kitchen table where it will never come off of.
the side of our car.
Yeah, they got it on the side of the Escalade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super stoked about that.
Yeah. Because what kid doesn't want to draw with glue?
Gorilla
I
Glue
did not.
on the side of a car.
Whoops. Whoops. Hey, didn't make that mistake twice.
It's the moments like this where you're just like, dadding is great. Yeah. 7 Kin Homestead, good. We don't want any disorganized storage. Ryan Hall does weather. Ryan Hall, y'all.
Oh.
Makes comments, songs sound fun. Oh, is he the guy that does the that he'll like you challenge him to get lyrics to different songs in there? I think I saw him do Get Down with the Sickness. So there was like he somehow organically got ooh ah, ah, ah in there.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be cold like ooh ah, 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 like that.
That's great.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I saw the one that you showed me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. ATZ and daughter Jewel from Alaska sang the song to the opening of AK The Last Frontier. Jewel as in who will save your soul when it comes to...
I mean, I know who you're talking about.
Is it
I'm
that
not
Jewel?
sure if that's what she's saying. Is it?
I want to know.
Yeah. So. Oh no.
Oh Lord! Right? It's now it's textured. Yeah, and you can pick it off, but you can never really get it all off. You can use, I believe it's acetone might do something to it. Goof Off does nothing to it. And what is it called? It's the same thing that forgers use to pull ink off of checks so they can make it out to somebody other. What is it called? It starts with a B. I can't
Not
remember.
gonna be helpful at all on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh wow! It is his daughter.
Oh wow, that is cool. Wow. And yes, that Jewel. Wow. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Her
Oh, bad punctuation. I see. I was saying, you two doing a podcast, singing the comments, y'all get left on videos, and yes, that Jewel. Gotcha. Lurks!
What's
Long
up,
time no
Lord?
see. Welcome to the sTEaD Talk. Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Sound effects.
Yeah, you see, I'm so out of the loop that I didn't even know that Jewel used to be like one of my teenage crushes. So I should know that, but I don't.
Listen to a bunch of her music.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a friend who is the middle namesake of my firstborn son, who was born 2 minutes before the secondborn son. And his older sister looked just like Jewel.
What a trip.
I was in love. And then, you know, if you remember what Jewel looked like when, you know, in like the 90s? Huh? Huh? I done good, right? I done good, y'all. Let's see here. First Feathers Mini Farm. I've been working on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now this is a story all about how my life got turned.
Wait, no, he's got. This is a story how I went off grade.
Ah.
With a rewrite. Nice.
Off grid. Turn my life upside down. Now you're gonna live with your family in the middle of nowhere.
Nice.
I thought I saw a bear, and when it came near, I had to get real big and act like I was not in fear.
Wow. That was amazing.
But luckily, I was just hunting deer, so I handed over to the bear and said, "Here."
I like it.
Yeah.
Gold.
You can keep that.
Gold.
That's yours. Let's see. Been a busy holiday season. Finally, some breathing room. That's awesome. Well, it's clear. It's great to see you, or to see your comments and the chicken that you have as a avatar.
To have you
here with us. Yeah.
Y'alls.
Let's see. There you go. You're on the right side. Sing it. Yeehaw. So,
Sweet.
let's see where we're at. I don't have anything else to talk about. You have anything else to talk about? I feel like if we drag it on for too long, that we will definitely not hit our target of leaving them with a distinctive meh feeling.
Oh.
I want them to go, well, there's an hour and 12 minutes that I'll never get back, but I want them to also not pursue a refund. You know what I mean? It's like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're worth it just enough to be like, I mean, better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
It has it. I want to know, actually. I start these things off by saying if it sounds better than a sharp or a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, or the one I said the other day was if that sounds better than making pig poo popsicles in brown paper bag gloves. And then also, what was the other one? Oh, if it sounds better than wearing a pair of lava rock underwear. Did we make it?
Or being in a submarine with a screen door?
Yeah, there you go.
Something like that?
No, that's the usefulness.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you say to somebody that's doing something ridiculous. You'd be like, man, you're as useless as a screen door on a submarine. I like that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you know what the best answer to that is when somebody goes, "Why would you put a screen door on a submarine?" Which I've gotten in the past. Like, exactly.
That was funny.
Nice. Gardening warrior. We enjoy spending this time with you, catching up. Well, good.
I'm glad.
I appreciate that. I promise I will not request a refund. What better way? Like where it crosses the person's mind, but they're like, nah, it wasn't that bad, right? That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, submarine with a screen door.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Danita says, I saw on building off the grid a build in a forest and used low light solar panels. You know anything about those? Yeah, low light solar panels are the amorphous panels that I was talking about earlier. They're made out of the waste product of taking the solar ingot, cutting it, and the dust from cutting the individual solar cells out. That dust is mixed with a clear epoxy and turned into amorphous solar panels. So instead of having individual cells, it's one big sheet of that cell. So yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's kind of a misnomer. You have to have twice the amount of square footage to get the same amount in direct sunlight. It just makes more in low light than a monocrystalline solar panel. Yeah.
Very cool.
I enjoyed getting organizational updates. Well, we'll keep you. We'll let you know. Something sparks joy. Do they work? Yeah, I think that's, you know. So there's a thing called the solar constant, right? Which is how much sunlight hits any, you know, square meter of surface, and how much, you know, in wattage that could translate to. And per square meter is about 1100 watts. And then you get like the efficiency of silica turning that sunlight into electricity is anywhere between 20 and like the very best would be like 27. And there's some technologies that are up to 30% efficiency. That's why you get solar panels that take up about a square meter that make about 250 to 300 watts, right? And so it really doesn't, like, if you make amorphous panels and you say they're low light, you're gonna push that, right? And so I just look at it like there's a solar constant. So there's really not much more efficiency that we can pull out of the amount of light hitting the ground, right? The only thing we can do is make solar panels more efficient, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys, if you haven't run over and hit the thumbs up, Doris is reminding everybody to do that. But I have got either calzone, depends on how, like, we should take bets, and we'll talk about this next week, because after like 20 minutes, my dough hadn't expanded at all. It hadn't like grown. So if it's doubled in size, I'll make a pizza. If it's tripled in size, I'll make a pizza and a calzone, and I'll eat the calzone.
And the calzone.
The calzone. See, Tacoma FD, Cobra, like that. So we'll see what happens. If it didn't grow in size at all, I might just throw it outside. So yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind running over and hitting the thumbs up on your way out.
And thank you for your
Yes.
already.
Yeah, you guys are amazing as always.
Amazing.
We enjoyed ourselves. We hope we left you with a distinct feeling of meh. And so long as we accomplish that, we hope to see you again next week. Calzone, right?
Yeah, it does sound really
Calzone.
good. Sounds really good. We tried a hot dog pizza.
A hot dog pizza.
I have not.
I don't know. We do have a can of pineapple. That could open a whole can of worms.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Tina Ladybug. Welcome to our
Hello.
sTEaD Talk, but we're signing off right now, saying our
Just
goodbyes. So
about
thank you
to
for
jump off,
thank you for popping in.
yeah.
Yeah. So good night, everybody. We will see you next week. If you haven't gotten a chance to, find someone you love and give them a hug, because it'll probably brighten up their day.
Yeah, shoot him a little,
Like her,
little message.
right here.
Oh.
See how I do that? Look at how much brighter her day is.
What about yours? What about yours?
Mm-hmm. Way brighter. Way brighter.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Hey Sean, what's happening? Yeah, we're just popping off for the time being. This was fun. I was in a particularly spicy mood today, so we hope to see you next week. And thank you for stopping by. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.